my name is Jasmine. Today we're going to talk about what it takes to keep a puppy in your apartment. And with me is none other than the very celebrated Dr. Paul Kang'ethe. Dr. Paul, what can you tell us about keeping a puppy in your apartment?
First off, don't try keeping a pet in a bed sitter.
Machana na hiyo maneno.
Yeah, because then we're looking at the welfare of that animal. The dog needs to exercise. So if you're keeping a dog in a bed sitter, then it doesn't even have space to walk around. But if it was a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom room, then walking around the rooms will make some good exercise for that particular dog. And again, but then if it is a cat, you can't be allowed to keep a cat in a bed sitter because then they do not move so much about. Right.
What can you tell people about the cost of having a pet? Because I know a lot of people go into this without being aware of the cost.
The cost, it depends with how much, it depends with the age of the particular pet you want to keep.
Okay.
If it is a dog, for example, if you get a puppy, say around 6 weeks thereabout, then you are in for injections, The injections for the first parvovirus, and then about 6 weeks, you do the first parvovirus. Around 9 weeks, you do the second parvovirus. At 12 weeks, you do what we call DHLP, distemper, hepatitis, leptospirosis, and parvo, and then rabies at the same time.
Okay.
So each of that will cost you about 2,000 each, every shot.
Right.
But then before then you have been deworming your particular puppy. So we're looking about maybe every deworming, say 1,000 per deworming, depending again with the frequency. But if she is above 12 weeks of age, you just need to deworm every 3 months and then do annual vaccinations for rabies. If it is a cat, then you just need to deworm as well as do the annual vaccinations for cat flu and as well as rabies, which would be in the range of 2,000 to 3,000 thereabout.
Are you ready? On your marks, get set, go!
For dogs, in this case, then you realize that for a healthy dog, you need to feed them on a balanced diet, so that then they can be healthy. They can be able to, their immunity is strong enough to resist diseases. But then, what is a healthy diet? Then be well constituted of energy, and then protein, then minerals and vitamins. But most importantly, an essential part of this particular diet is water. Providing water ad libitum. What we say, just leave it there. It takes as much as it can, as long as the water is there. And we always say the water that you're feeding your animal should be the same water that you can drink.
Are drinking.
So do not serve your dog particular water, some water which you cannot take, just to avoid infections and things like that.
Okay, so would you advise people to prepare their food themselves, or to buy rather food from maybe a vet store or a pet store? What do you advise?
There are many options for the dog food in this case. There are some that are prepared already. They're coming bags. There are many companies who do that. There are some premium feeds which can be quite costly, but then because you want to do some quality work, that can be sufficient. Some other people then can buy some meat from the butchers and come prepare for their particular dogs. Others can just share what they're eating with their dogs. But again, there are precautions. Because, for example, if you give dog chocolate, giving it poison.
That's a problem.
It's poisonous to dogs. So you just kill the dog instantly.
It's that bad?
Some of those should be avoided, yes.
Okay. So, and my other question would be, because let's talk about the living situation in Kenya. You'll find an apartment, maybe it's even a 2-3 bedroom, but it's not big enough for your dog. Right? The balcony is the size of your palm. What can you do maybe with the dog? What activities can you take up to sort of compensate for that?
For those people living in an apartment setting without a compound, some people in that case don't have a compound. It is important to afford the dog enough exercising area. And these will include taking the dog out on a walk, maybe every day in the evening, just maybe a kilometer or 2. And that, of course, will help the dog exercise, be able to know how to interact with people, because, in the process of walking around, they'll meet people. So that becomes a very important aspect of that. Again, there are usually dog shows and other activities like the Dogtoberfest, where pet owners have an opportunity to interact with other pet owners, and the pets have an opportunity to interact with other pets. Yeah?
Right,
so it's like a fun day for these animals, whereby they can just meet and just interact, just to make sure that your dog is well socialized with other dogs and other people, to avoid maybe cases of biting people or things like that.
Oh, that's where it comes from.
Unwarranted, exactly. Yes.
Thank you so much, Daktari, for the information you've been able to relate to us and our viewers as well. And now you know what you need to do before you keep a dog in your apartment. If you feel like you need to read a little bit more on this, we have an article on our website, Farm Kenya website. You can go there and check it out. Also remember to follow us on our social media handles. On Twitter, Farm Kenya 254, on Instagram, Farm Kenya 254. My name is Jasmine. Thank you for watching.